In the dark, I know you are with me. Yeah. Don't you see that I need you so much? Don't you see that I love you so much? Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. Oh na 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 na, oh na
That's hard. Yeah, get your butt over there.
Oh, we're getting some people.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of. For pure, like we always get a crowd at Rick's, but that's because they're there for the beer. These people are here purely for fun.
We put a look. Let's see.
Have another spot for them?
So right there they can be, and then we'll have this camera that's on the TV right now.
Okay.
Somewhere in the middle of that frame there.
So is there a mark where do you want them to go?
I mean, that little
Casey,
piece
walk
of,
out there.
Draw an X.
That little piece of trash right there.
I thought they were going to do it by.
They can. I can put that one up too, and then we can just show this view.
I think that would be. I mean, there's a lot more stuff in the
Okay,
back.
that works.
Depending if you buy the good stuff or if you buy the cheap stuff, you know, around
More, a
there.
little bit more colorful.
Yeah. Casey, it's going to be out by the launch pads. Out by the launch pads. No, it's going to be out by the launch pads. That's where we have the camera facing.
Or go back to the other one.
I mean, unless you think that's a better one. That's
This one has the whole track in the
Yeah,
background.
I kind of think that one you
Wanna
can
go
see
with
the
that one?
gates and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Never
kinda
mind,
like that
over
one
here.
a little better.
Yeah, I like that one too.
It's
Cool. I mean, it shows what's happening.
Right, the other one's so zoomed in.
People are like, what are those little red things?
So you want them like right there?
Yeah, Casey, we changed our mind. Okay,
Come towards
AK
us.
this way?
The shadow, right up to the shadow line. See the shadow line?
the shadow line right in front of you. Yeah,
Yeah, that.
that looks a little. Go to your
Pretty
right
good.
a tad, and then just draw an X in the dirt right there with your foot. Oh, with a prop. Look at that. There's your mark.
Oh, with the prop.
There you go.
Oh, I see why you wanted that. A little advertisement on the 10th.
No, really, truly,
No, that looks
you
good.
can
That looks good.
kind of see what's going on. With that one, it's all you can see is I give you the
Out
color.
there. Yeah, we're gonna go out there instead.
Oh, just right here.
Right,
Are they going to use these microphones?
right where the prop
It's
is.
it's
Yeah, I
gonna.
know
yes.
the blue one is.
I think this one's quieter.
that-
Like,
Yeah, that
test,
one is
test,
quieter.
test, test.
You get
So
more
can we
of the
turn this one
background,
up?
a little bit more and stuff. I think it'll.
It's pretty
This
quiet.
mixer or is it
Like,
different?
very quiet.
Whatever that.
Yeah, turn that music.
Power button on it.
Turn the music off completely. This way down. Just stop the music or unplug it. There you go.
Whichever one works.
Hello? Yeah, I don't even think this is working.
Did you cut it off?
The yellow works.
It works great.
It's one of those tap it, delay, tap it twice. Yeah, don't you hate that? Yeah. Mondo, you gonna leave your mug up there?
I can do this.
What?
And,
No way.
I don't care. I'm just wondering. Yeah, exactly. As long as no one goes to this again.
Want to see the track?
Can I help you call the sport class?
Yeah.
Dead.
that cool?
I love it.
Web. Is it dead?
We need to turn that into a GoPro.
Why is this one so quiet?
It has the same purpose as airfoil.
Whatever you guys.
That's just these two. These two or that.
This is that, and what's this?
That's the whole place.
Oh, well, this one was very quiet. Hello, hello. Like I'm here.
Stop. Chuck, chuck, chuck. No, they must have somehow like connected like that.
It was working earlier.
So,
So welcome everyone to the 2021 Illinois State Fair and the first ever drone races. We're very, very excited to have it. Obviously technology is ever growing in the country and in our state. Very excited to have Hanson here as a sponsor. And DeWitt has done an excellent, excellent job of putting everything together. So I will turn it over to Secretary Berger.
Thank you, Director. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. Really excited to be here. Really excited to get the races kicked off tonight. I watched a little bit of the preliminaries earlier. It's super impressive. These things are so fast. So hope everyone is paying close attention because you have to keep your eyes on them very closely. So I wanted to really recognize that this event would not be possible without the sponsorship of Grow Our Own Minority Participation Program, which is sponsored by the City of Springfield Sangamon County, and Hanson Professional Services. I want to thank them for their investment in students beginning in middle school on their pathways into STEAM fields. Another special thank you goes out to the Central Illinois Drone Racers and Max Joins, who are managing the event today. And I want to thank the University of Illinois Extension 4-H STEM specialist Keith Jacobs for all of his help organizing this event and throughout the STEAM Expo this week. And now I'd like to turn it over to Kevin Seals, who's the Chief Environmental Scientist at Hanson Professional Services. Thank you.
Well, thank you and welcome to the Illinois State Fair. On behalf of the Springfield's Grow Our Own Minority Participation Program, we are very pleased to sponsor the first State Fair drone competition. The Grow Our Own Minority Participation Program was developed to encourage minority youth to pursue an interest, education, college degrees, and careers in engineering and science professions. The program is supported by the City of Springfield, Sangamon County, and Hanson Professional Services, which is an engineering firm headquartered here in Springfield, Illinois. We would also like to thank the Illinois Department of Innovation and Technology for hosting the inaugural Tech Prairie STEAM Expo this year, and to the Central Illinois Drone Racers for managing this event. It's great to see so many participants attending this event from all over the Midwest. Good luck to all of the racers. We are excited to watch the skills of what these young pilots can accomplish. So thank you very much. Enjoy the show and let's race.
Start your engines or start your batteries.
Plug them in.
Flip your switches. Okay, tunes.
Beautiful. Oh yeah. It doesn't just wake.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good job. Good job. Good job. Really appreciate it.
Okay, guys, we're going to be going live with our sports bracket. These are our sports class pilots. We took our top 8 after qualifying, and we're going to do a top 8 double elimination bracket, 4 pilots per heat. Top 2 move on, bottom 2 go home. And they're racing for about, how much was it, $500?
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, you guys can head on out there. We got Gate Smasher on R1. We got Flyboy on Race Band 3, Clyde on Race Band 6, and Water Clocker on Race Band 8. This is going to be a tight pack of pilots. These all qualified very close with their top 3 consecutive times. We're going to see what they can put down on this track.
Now, I believe 3 of these pilots are Illinois' own, right? And then Water Clocker all the way from Indiana. But I know Flyboy's coming from Metropolis. Little Superman down there.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like they're getting situated.
Oh, Hyper's getting a little practice lap in.
Uh-oh.
After we run these 6 races, we're going to be moving into our pro bracket where 8 pilots going to be racing for $5,000. So after we finish these first 6 races, we're going to see the pro class. So please sit tight if you want to see some of the craziest racing you've ever seen. We saw some 16-second laps. So through every single one of these gates and back around, they were able to do that in 16 seconds. It's a sight to behold.
Now, the way this double elimination bracket works, there are 4 pilots in each heat, and at the end of 3 laps, the top 2 pilots will advance forward in the winner's bracket, and then the bottom 2 pilots will go down to the consolation bracket. So if you lose once, you still have an opportunity to make it all the way back to the finals, but it's going to be a longer road for you. So once you lose twice, your event is over. But right now we're rooting on Gate Smasher, Flyboy Clyde, and Water Clocker to see who can get it done here. Looking down for mode 1, let us know when the flight line is ready if you don't mind.
I'm gonna fix this real quick.
All right, we got the AOK by AK numbers, so.
Looks like our pilots are ready.
What's that?
He's just like, my face looks so stupid.
I said I'm gonna fix this real quick. Okay, we have spotters for each of our pilots.
Yeah, it looks like
There
they're
we
set.
go, and we're good to go. We're going to arm up these quads. We're going to send it on the tone. Remember, first to 3 laps.
All right. Looks like Flyboy took the conservative launch there.
Yeah, we had Gate Smasher first through the timing gate, I believe. Or no, Clyde with a 2.78 seconds from launch to timing gate. So what they're doing, they're coming around this slalom, they're coming around this gate, and then they're going to twist it up section where they go through this right gate, up and around the flag, down through, and then they have this sweeping turn. It is a like 360-degree turn almost.
Yeah, it looks like Flyboy's the first one to get to the dive gate, but Gate Smasher is right behind him. Has a little bit of trouble getting clean through the dive gate, but Flyboy is now on to lap number 2 with Gate Smasher and Clyde right behind him. Oh, Water Clocker gets it a little wrong there, but he's able to stay in the air.
Yeah, we're watching this Flyboy still out in the lead, I believe, coming around, finishing off that 360-degree tornado. He's going to be coming into the split S, then into the dive gate, back in the left corner there, and then through the timing gate, on to lap 3.
Yeah, it looks like Gate Smasher is firmly in position 2 now. So he might be moving up. Or Clyde. Clyde snuck in there.
Well, I think we're missing laps for Gate Smasher. Yeah, we're missing a couple laps for Gate Smasher, but we're going to fix that. We're just going to have to watch this. Because Gate Smasher is coming around, finishing off this lap.
Yeah, the finish order here will be under review, but right now we definitely have Flyboy firmly in the lead, coming around to take the W.
There you
Flyboy.
go. Yeah, I believe Gate Smasher, we missed a couple of your laps. So that'll actually put Gate Smasher in first and Flyboy in second upon review. Gate Smasher, did you get 3 laps?
Amen.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to be bumping Gate Smasher up to first place there.
The table. I'm gonna bring some of them down today. Yes, good.
So the unofficial order there is actually Gate Smasher in first with Flyboy in second. Clyde and Water Clocker will be moving down, it looks like, but we are taking a quick moment to review this, make sure we get this call right, and send the appropriate pilots to their places. But heat number 2, let's go ahead and get them on the line, plugged in, and ready to go here. You can see our 4 pilots there walking out to pick up their drones. It looks like all 4 pilots landed in the landing zone, so that always means
a good thing.
they got it right. So
yeah, no, Gate Smasher definitely was able to complete 3 laps. So we're going to take that as the result.
yeah, Gate Smasher with the big W there.
Yeah, now we're looking for Mode 1, Jordil, Casardo, and B-Rad. So who are our winners? Gate Smasher, Flyboy?
Yes, sir.
Clyde and Water Clocker moving down to our consolation bracket. They're going to be joined by the losers of this race, our bottom 2, and then they will race again in race 4. Or race 3, no. Race 3 will be our
number
first
3, yes,
losers
sir.
bracket race.
Oh, have a look at our double elimination bracket here. So Gate Smasher and Flyboy moving forward to race number 4. Clyde and Water Clocker moving down to race number 3.
I wanted.
And we are working through here to
that was
see
weird.
who can take this W. So we're getting our next pilot situated. I see Mode 1 is in his seat. We got the other pilots getting
Casardo is
plugged
still on the
in.
blocks.
Yep.
Casardo actually had a rough day today, though. Casardo might have only got 1 smooth qualifying pack due to some technical difficulties. So he's basically going to be out here warming up in the brackets. But he managed to place in the brackets with that 1 run where he was able to fly it to his ability.
Yeah, Casardo was destroying cameras today.
Did you lose it again?
Yeah, it went away. Check. I don't know. Yo. Oh, it's back. And we're back.
The old power cycle.
Yes.
Casardo getting down in the seat.
All right, we're watching AK here, flight line director, making sure everyone's
1,
safely in
2,
their
3,
spots.
4 thumbs. We're going to be able to set these guys in the air. Ready?
Pilots,
Listen,
arm
Lord.
your quadcopters. All right, looking for the whole shot here. Who's it going to be? There's definitely a hard start there. And Casardo finds himself on his lid already. He's got some work to do. Can he get this quad in the air? And something is wrong. There is something not right with that
Put
quad.
a prop on wrong?
Yeah, it looks like it might be a backwards prop.
I just watched him
Happens
fly
to
this quad 2 minutes ago.
The best of us.
But in this heat, we have B-Rad, our top qualifier. He was able to out-qualify the rest of this field by a couple seconds. And he's got his buddy in the chat, J-Rod FPV, saying, "Go B-Rad." Doubling back after that first lap. I believe that still keeps him in second place.
Yeah, so with Casey down on the ground, that means you just don't want to be last right now. And right now, that is Mode 1 coming across for his second lap, while the first two pilots are both cleanly halfway through their second lap.
Yeah, Jordal, he's out in the lead right now, doing better than, I think, his qualifying time. But B-Rad got some things wrong on his first lap, so we're going to see if he's able to reel in first place on this one.
On to their final laps.
Mode 1's actually flying a tiny quad out there. It's running 3-inch props when the rest of these quads are 5-inch props.
Yeah.
But he's making that thing go. What happened?
I just flew.
I saw you fly it.
And here we go, Mode 1 now crossing over onto his third lap.
Oh, B-Rad right on Jordal's tail.
Yeah, I just did that.
Oh, and B-Rad
Oh.
takes first at the finish line.
Definitely a close finish
He
there. But it looks
reeled
like,
him in.
man, in that last lap, he made up a ton of ground. He got a 27-second lap to
Yeah, B-Rad final second there.
the leader, 29-second lap. Really pulling it in there in the final stretches of that race to take the W, but it doesn't matter because both of our first and second pilots are moving on. Casardo and Mode 1 will have to battle their way
Track is still hot, guys. Track is
in
still hot.
the losers bracket.
Mode 1, there you go. Land it and go retrieve your quads. Casey's got a quad to look at before this next race. So, Casey, check out what's going on because you're up again.
Who are the other two pilots?
So then, who do we have? B-Rad, Jordal. So
How do
then,
you say
in
his
our
name?
next
Jordal?
Jordal. So, race 3, we're going to have Clyde, Waterclocker, Casardo, and Mode 1. I'm going to try to keep your channels for you. So let's see.
Slow down a little bit and explain. I have a question about the drones. Explain it to me.
Okay.
So, Clyde, you're still going to be on R6.
So Mondo and drone racing, we have some questions that we always get asked. These drones, how much do they weigh? Do you have any idea?
We're around 400 grams, I believe. 450?
400 to 450 grams. What is that in freedom units?
That's up to you.
Is that about a pound? I think that's about a pound.
Probably a pound.
Pretty close to a pound.
You could ask
And these are quadcopters, meaning they have 4 propellers. How big are the propellers on most of these drones, Mondo?
5 inches.
5 inches. Now, we know Mode 1 was just out there. He was flying a tiny quad with just 3-inch drone, 3-inch propellers. Put him in third place. But our favorite question is, how high does it go?
Today, we're only allowed to go 100 feet. If you go beyond 100 feet...
99.9.
Oh, yeah, if you go 99 feet, you are right at the limit. You're going to
Yeah.
be breaking the rules. The FAA is going to come in and shut you down.
But there's a good reason why we don't run GPS on these drones.
That'll do it. Or does it just need resoldered?
What's that?
I don't think there's any
Yes.
solder to it.
Well, that's
The next question we often get asked about these drones is, how fast do they go? How fast do these drones go, Mondo?
They can get up to 100. Yeah,
Up
we
to
can get up to 100 miles per hour.
100 miles an hour. But the wild thing is these drones go from 0 to 100 miles an hour faster than a Tesla Plaid version of the Model S. These suckers are wild, and they get from 0 to 100 in really less than a second and a half, if I had to guess. So we're working on girding up our first race of our losers bracket round. This will be an elimination race. This race will decide who gets 7th and 8th. This mic keeps going out. Hey, not sure.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
We've lost the mic.
I got the mute situation.
It's not
Yeah,
not transmitting.
it's been going in and out. Yeah, all right. I'll move over to this loud microphone and say some words. Say some words about some things.
Talk about our sponsor, Turner.
Yeah, Herbert, tell us about our sponsors today.
Today's sponsors are Hanson, the city of Springfield, and of course the county.
The great county that we are in. Now, if you're here checking out this race line of sight, that's when you see the drones from your perspective with your eyeballs. If you would like to see what these pilots see up in the grandstands, there are some goggles then you are welcome to go check out. Those goggles are brought to you by Pfizer.
Also streaming. It's also live streaming from the Steam Tech Prairie Steam Expo website.
Yep, you can also check it out at the Tech Prairie Steam Expo website. Just click the button for live streams and that will get you there, and you can see what these pilots see. Now myself, I am a drone racer, not as fast as some, but I'll tell you, it makes you feel like you are a fighter pilot when you are under the goggles and operating these drones. But,
Solder wrench to new scraped wire.
I mean, you could try to arm
we got some technical difficulties with our microphones.
It is very attached for sure, but if it
Let's
doesn't
try to
get
do
attached,
this, 'cause I don't
Trying to push all the buttons.
I'm done dealing with my
Getting some fresh batteries. Gisardo, one of the top pilots from the St. Louis region, had some trouble in that last heat. He's trying to get his quadcopter up and running because this is his elimination round. So he's got one of the best crew chiefs in the game right now, working on getting that quadcopter back up. The world famous, if you've seen drone racing on TV, the current world champion is a pilot named Heads Up FPV, and his very own crew chief, fleet manager, is right here with us today in our buddy Mondo, and Mondo is lending his top-notch services to try to get Gisardo back in the air. So, yeah, teamwork makes the dream work here. And we're trying to get that sucker going so they can go fast.
This is my last round. I gotta get out. Clyde.
It's gotta get that. Yeah, these drones are powered by lithium polymer batteries. We charge these batteries up to about 25.5 volts. And we work with motors that are around 1900 kV.
What's the KV?
Well, your microphone doesn't work, but let me tell you what KV stands for. The KV is how many rotations does the motor make per volt of electricity. So I think, I wasn't that great at math, but I think that's around 45,000 RPM is what these motors do, which is absolutely bananas with a 5-inch prop. So these suckers are geared up and going fast, and really push them to the limits of what the lithium polymer batteries can handle. Yeah.
Okay, Casey's making his way out there. I was able to
Magic.
just give him my drone and my transmitter, and that's going to get him
he's
out
going to go
there.
fast now. No excuses.
Good thing drones grow on trees, because
I thought it was around
I don't care what he does to that drone.
I've looked it up before, to be fair. Yeah. Just under 50K. There's our 4 pilots. Get them gridded up. We've got Gisardo, Clyde, Mode 1,
Be kind to my radio.
Water Clocker. Now, Clyde came here with a very special someone. Clyde travels with his partner in crime, Bonnie. Bonnie and Clyde are a drone racing staple here in the central part of Illinois. A husband and wife drone racing team. It's always a joy to see Bonnie and Clyde tearing up the track and having a good time. Glad that they were able to make it out here to the Illinois State Fair with Central Illinois drone racers. Here in beautiful Springfield.
We've got Cappy1 in the chat saying, "Hell yeah, brother! Tell Gisardo to send it." That's his tandem racing partner. They were able to take 4th place in a race where they both shared one radio, one guy on each stick.
Yeah, it looks like Gisardo is not on the right channel.
Oh, Gisardo, you told me on R6.
Gisardo needs to be on R3, Race Band 3. Gisardo,
Left and
and
up.
running Ghosts.
Left and up to get into OSD.
Are those new cards?
There you go. Now, features. Nope. Y'all left. Y'all left.
Now, for those of you checking out this drone race, do any of you fly drones? Anyone here in the grandstands fly drones? Anyone ever tried to race a DJI Phantom?
There you go. Now, y'all right.
Wait, you're not
There we go.
Now we have 4 pilots with good video.
Our flight line director, AK Numbers, once notoriously took a DJI Phantom and put race drone components inside of it and whipped it around the race course at Riggs in Champaign, Illinois.
Okay,
It was a
pilots
sight to see, but it looks like our flight line is ready. This race is going to go hot.
on the tone, guys.
Once again, this is an elimination race. Who's going to take the whole shot? Looks like Clyde gets the whole shot, followed by Water Clocker. But all 4 quads are on the exact same gate here. Pushing, pushing, pushing. You do not want to be 3rd or 4th in this race heat. So, wow, absolutely quad vision.
Casardo is sending right now. Oh,
Yeah,
as
oh,
I
I
say
like that.
that.
You said his name and he gets dirt McGirt.
Wrong part of the track. You were going through the. Yep.
It's like bumper cars out there, Mondo.
So who do we have in first? Water Clocker coming across the line, going into first place, followed by Clyde. Mode 1 is down, so right now you just don't want to be last.
Mode 1's back up in the air, so we've got a race here. Definitely. 3rd and 4th are racing for position. That will decide 7th and 8th place. So there's a lot of pride here on the line. And honestly, this battle for the transfer position is heating up as Casardo and Clyde are pretty sneaking close to one another here.
Yeah, we're watching Water Clocker now onto his final lap, followed by Clyde, then Casardo. Casardo might be able to take the transfer position.
Missed laps here for Mode 1.
We missed a lap for Mode 1.
Yep.
We'll add that later. But it looks like Casardo missed a gate.
Oh, and our leader gets a little wrong there.
Water Clocker about
Who's
to
gonna
finish
come
it off.
first?
There we
Oh,
go.
Zach Casardo somehow snuck up in second. We're going to have to put this one under review to find out who our pilots moving up will be. But right now, the preliminary results are Water Clocker, Casardo, then Clyde, and Mode 1. But we need to take a closer look at this. If you're watching on the stream right now, you can see our review process in the live.
So right here, he missed a gate. Yeah.
Were you watching?
Did you go back for it, though?
No, he missed the. Yeah, Casardo, you skipped a flag. You never went around the flag, then the gate. Yeah. So Clyde will be moving on.
Way to battle there, guys. Water Clocker taking the W with Clyde officially in 3rd. But we want to say congratulations to Casardo from the St. Louis region on taking 7th place in the sport class here at the Illinois State Fair. And Mode 1 of Illinois' own, one of the leaders who has made Central Illinois drone racers one of the hottest racing communities in the country. Congratulations on placing 8th here among the sport class pilots at the Illinois State Fair in 2021.
Yeah, next up, we're looking for Gate Smasher on R1, Flyboy on R3, Jordal on R6, and B-Rad on R8.
The lady was saying the same thing you were saying.
I say it better.
Yeah, Mondo definitely said it better than the computer did, but they were both saying it at the same time. Whew. Yeah, they cooked up a good track for us here. I was looking at the dimensions on Google Earth last night because that's the kind of guy that I am. And this is about a 300 by 300 patch of dirt in the middle of this stadium. So a nice big track here. I believe there's 15 or 16 gates, a bunch of flags, one of the more technical tracks. And if you notice, there are some gates that are 6 feet by 7 feet, and there's other gates that are just 5 feet by 5 feet. So the tiny gates come up on you really quick, and it can surprise you if you're not careful, especially in some of these tight carousels. But definitely a technical racetrack for sure. So
yeah. So if you look at this race, this is a winner's bracket race. This is race 4 of 6. Race 5 will be our semifinals, and then race 6 is where we get our podium. So in this race, Gate Smasher, Flyboy, Jordal, and B-Rad. B-Rad our top qualifier, but I believe we watched it was Jordal almost beat him that last heat.
he did.
But B-Rad was able to overtake him in that final second.
Yeah, we've got a battle here. Now the top 2 pilots in this race do advance to our JCA's finals. So a lot is on the line here. It's nice to go ahead and get that pass into the final round and not have to worry about the loser's bracket faux shizzle. So
Did you pull off the prize winnings for this race? What are the prize winnings for sports?
$4 billion.
Yes.
I know it's $250 for first place. Somebody's coming home with $250.
Yeah, first place $250, second place $150, third place you're getting a bill at $100. So dinner is on you tonight. Getting a steak. I saw tons of like ribeye steaks on a stick here at the fair.
Sirloin on a stick.
Sirloin on a stick.
Our flight line director, AK Numbers, says we're good to go, so we're going to spin those props up.
Racing to 3 laps. And who will take the whole shot? Who's pretty tight?
B-Rad. B-Rad's coming back to show that he is definitely TQ. He's going to show them how to fly this track.
Gate Smasher actually took the whole shot by 0.2 of a second.
He did.
But these pilots are locked up in a wild battle here.
Yeah, they're right on top of each other.
Yeah, Gate Smasher and B-Rad are absolutely sending it. Gate Smasher had a quick correction there, so B-Rad took a little bit of a lead on him. First one through the dive gate. Oh, now Gerardo looks like Gordon. Oh, and like just like that Gate Smasher.
Oh, Flyboy's in second. He's right on B-Rad's tail.
This is a wild race here. All 4 of these pilots are pretty well matched.
Yep, we can see B-Rad right in his sights.
Yep, Flyboy's going to have to be conservative here so he doesn't take himself and B-Rad out, but they were both in the dive gate.
Yep, first
in
and
the same
second again.
instant.
Oh,
and just
there
like
he
that.
goes. Midair. Can he recover?
It's still flying.
Oh, it's
gone. Unlucky.
So now who is going to take that second place spot? Is it going to be Gate Smasher or Jordal?
Yeah, it looks like Jordal.
There's a couple gates
Yeah,
back.
he's a lap behind.
He's on the front section of the track, and then Gate Smasher's finishing off this sweeper here. We're gonna watch as B-Rad finishes this track off. He's taking his time on this
just
track.
going to take it nice and clean here, but I can see Gate Smasher right behind him, so it's going to be B-Rad, then Gate Smasher are going to advance to the Chase the Ace Finals for our sport class race here at the Illinois State Fair.
Yep, and then coming up in race 5, our semifinals, we're gonna be looking for Clyde, Water Clocker, Flyboy, and Jordal. Gate Smasher and B-Rad managed to go straight to finals. So let's see how this goes. So we're gonna try to keep everybody on the same channel. Clyde, you're staying on R6. Water Clocker, you're staying on R8. Jordal, we're gonna move you to R3, and Flyboy, if your quad's still, or actually, Flyboy, we're gonna leave you on R3. Jordal, go to R1. Everybody else is gonna be staying. You want to warm up round?
It's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, we'll do a practice round before the pro class bracket. We'll just be in our heats. Staggered start, so we don't have any mid-airs.
I just sent a link to the live stream to my family back home, so just want to say hi to my wife Christy, 2 daughters, Callie and Maddie.
Who won that last one?
Hoping to take home the W tonight.
B-Rad, and then Gate Smasher.
Okay. Yeah, if you would like to see the live stream, it is available on the STEM website. You can also find it on YouTube if you search Mondo FPV. That is M-O-D-O or M-O-N-D-O, Mondo FPV. Search that and you'll find the live stream.
What's on the live stream?
You can see the feeds. You can see what the drones see. It's like you're in the cockpit. If you want to know what it feels like to be a fighter pilot, then join the Air Force or go to YouTube and look up Mondo's live stream to see what these pilots are seeing in their visors.
Live
call them
and
visors.
in color. Their visors.
Visors. Pilots, lower your visors.
There we go. We got Water Clocker and Jordal out there putting their quads down. Jordal, I had never heard about him until today, but he's definitely putting down some good laps. There's our flight line director, AK Numbers in green. He used to be one of the fastest pilots I know, but he retired from drone racing.
He's not retired exactly.
Oh, he's just tired. That's what it was. And then Flyboy, you're on R3, and Clyde, you're on R6.
I was 6th, wasn't I?
Yeah, Flyboy's quad kind of went on vacation. I don't know exactly where it ended up, but it was flying away. Hit some metal, it sounded like. Good thing his dad built him 10 drones, so he's always prepared.
Always.
Getting your screen.
Oh,
Yeah, check it out.
we also got this big one.
Whatever you want.
If you have a wide enough lens.
Let me turn it.
Yeah.
Turn that TV.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I wish we could get this giant TV out to the spectators, but it might be hard to see in the sunlight. So everyone's still getting situated. Looks like Clyde is on the line.
Yeah, and then we're going to be waiting on Flyboy. Caden, 12 years old, putting down hot laps.
Is Bonnie and Clyde from Farmer City or is that AK? Who's from Farmer City?
That's fine, I don't know.
Bonnie and Clyde, I believe they reign from Farmer City, Illinois. Is that right?
Flyboy, you got some fans in the chat. Cappy1 says, let's go, Flyboy.
Oh, Cappy won. That's high praise. Just want to say what's up to Mr. Cappy, one of the funnest guys to be around in the drone race. So we're excited to have you hanging out with us here at the Illinois State Fair via the interwebs. All right, we got the father-son duo out there. We got Fly Dad. Is that what we should call him? Fly Dad?
I just call him
Just
Steven.
Yeah, Steven works. I mean, Fly Dad's pretty fly, though. Out there getting situated. Flyboy, I believe he is the youngest competitor in today's race at a...
How old is he? 12.
Is he 12?
Yeah.
At 12 years old, he used to battle with my daughter Maddie. The Maddie Hatter and him used to have some epic battles. But Flyboy has really stepped it up and has become one of the fastest pint-sized drone racers in the game. So,
Okay, we got thumbs from a couple pilots. Our flight line director will tell us when they're good to go, and we've got thumbs from AK numbers, so pilots, spin those props. This is the semifinals. Top 2 move into the finals, bottom 2 go home.
here we go. Who's going to get the whole shot?
Oh,
Carnage.
midair, Clyde stuck in the net. Water clocker
No.
survives. That's all she wrote for Clyde.
Oh,
What's that, put him in 6th place?
yeah. Dang, definitely a heartbreaker for our buddy Clyde.
Yeah, who do we got out front? Flyboy making his way, finishing off this lap, coming through the dive gate. That's a 26-second lap. That's one of his better laps we've seen today.
Water clocker on his lid, so right now it is Flyboy and Jerdal out in front and really ripping up this second lap. So definitely anyone's game now. We saw Flyboy go down early in the last heat while he was securely in first or second place. So
Water clocker finally finishing that first lap, but we're watching Flyboy going on to lap 3 already. As he overtakes Water clocker, lapping him, I guess for the second time? Yeah. That was a midair.
there wasn't a whole shot rule in that race. So yeah, unfortunately for our buddy Clyde, there was not a whole shot rule in place for that race.
Here we go, Flyboy finishing off in first place, followed by, looks like Jordal is in second place. We can see if he finished off this lap. Not sure. Oh, he's good.
Now, in our final 4 race, in the Chase CA's finals, there will be a whole shot rule. But unfortunately, in the semifinal round, there was not a whole shot rule in place. So even though there was a crash,
There we
it
go,
resulted in a
second
crash.
place, Jordal. Now we're moving into our finals with Flyboy, Jordal, B-Rad, and Gate Smasher. Oh, that's the sound of a broken prop. That's when you're rotating an unbalanced mass, it makes things unhappy.
Said like a true engineer, Mondo's dropping science on us.
So here we go. We're going into the finals with Gate Smasher, B-Rad, Flyboy, and Jordal. So this is a new format to some people. This is a Chase the Ace format. That means we're racing until somebody wins twice. So we're going to run these races until somebody gets first place 2 times, and that'll be our winner.
Yeah, so congratulations to Gate Smasher, who gets 5th place overall. Is that right? and Clyde pulling home 6th place overall in the sport
That was
class.
Waterclocker.
Oh, Waterclocker, excuse me. Waterclocker took 5th place.
Yeah, so in our
with
finals,
Clyde in 6th place.
we're going to be looking for Gate Smasher on Channel 1, Flyboy on Channel 3, Jordal, you're going to R6, and then B-Rad, you're going to R8. I believe, did B-Rad get first every race? Which technically gives him Iron Man?
Did he? He didn't get first in the first one, didn't he?
He did, he passed him right at the last second.
Oh, he did.
It's two.
Oh yeah, they said no Iron Man because the brackets.
Oh, no Iron Man because the bracket's too short.
Yeah.
So,
I think it was on the webpage now that I think about it.
no matter what, we're racing twice or more. So we're waiting till one of these pilots wins 2 times. After each race, we're going to be taking a slight break for some prop changes, battery changes, sometimes some repairs, but we're going to get through this.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Minimum of 2 races, maximum of 5.
This makes me feel very small. These gigantic hundos here. I don't even know where that came from or why it's there.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate turn of events for Clyde there. He got mid-air with Waterclocker, and then we also saw Waterclocker. He didn't have that great of a run. It could have been due to the damage that was taken from hitting Clyde, knocking him into the net. Clyde came over, he told us, it's hard to win when you can't fly. Facts.
All right, so let's talk real quick about the whole shot rule. So this JCA's round, there will be a whole shot rule in effect, and what that means is that if there is a midair, if there is contact between 2 drones resulting in a crash prior to the timing gate, that means the crash must be prior to the timing gate. Then we will regrid and restart the race. So AK Numbers is going to be the one that's going to call that. He is the only voice that matters. So even if the guy sitting next to you says, whole shot, no, we're listening for Mr. AK Numbers to make that call, and he'll let us know because he's got eyes on the gate.
The last one's not one shot. It's after the
Yeah,
Right.
it's only the finals.
Yeah.
game. No, the contact was after the game.
The contact was before the gate, but the crash was after the gate.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, really? It looked like
He was in the net here, over here.
Yeah.
So he was past the timing gate.
Yep. Yeah, because it can get pretty sketchy on these launches in these final rounds because all 4 pilots are going to be very well matched and really going for gold right on that tone. So you're going to see these quads launch and be within a couple feet of one another for this first straight. So they're getting situated. Looks
There's
like
our flight line director saying we're good to go.
Ready. First round of JCA's pilots, arm your quadcopters. There's our tone. Pilots are off. Who's going to get the whole shot?
Everybody cleanly through the timing gate, so now we're going to run this one out.
Yep. Giordil is in first place. B-Rad, though, chasing him down.
I don't know about that. Looks like Gate
Oh.
Smasher has out in the lead.
Yeah, so
No,
fast.
but B-Rad able to take the pass in that twisted up section, coming around. He's going to be the first one to our dive gate.
Oh, and
Followed by
just
Gate
like that,
Smasher.
we've got a black screen from Giordil. He is down, so don't be last here. Well, this isn't an elimination race. We're racing at least twice here with these 4 pilots, so
Yeah,
they're
looks like
going for
Flyboy
it.
is actually out in the lead, followed by B-Rad.
Yeah, oh, I can see B-Rad and Flyboy's speed. They are right on top of each other. There's B-Rad with the pass. Flyboy trying to take it back. Who's going to get across first?
Is Gate Smasher on first?
Yeah, Gate Smasher had a missed lap, so he is actually out in the lead. All 3 pilots are really freaking close here. Hard to tell who's in the lead. Gate Smasher
Gets it
got a little
wrong.
bit wrong.
Oh.
Oh, hitting everything now. B-Rad goes down. So who's going to get this first one? It's Flyboy.
Finishing it off. 12
Flyboy
years
will
old.
be our first ace to chase.
Look
Remember,
at
the
that.
first pilot to win twice gets the W. So pilots, go pick up the parts to your broken quadcopters. grab a battery, and let's grid them up again. But right now, as it stands, we got Flyboy, B-Rad, and
Gate Smasher was second.
Gate Smasher was second, then Flyboy in third, Dill in fourth.
That was something to watch.
Ooh, buddy.
Let's see, add race. I'm gonna copy it.
Hibbity, 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 hip. Flyboy, Gate Smasher, and B-Rad all going out to pick up their drones from the landing zone, so that's a good sign.
AK Drone says, nice work, Flyboy. Let's see, Cappy1 says, rippin'. Good job, Flyboy. Let's see that again.
Now the big question here is, will Flyboy go back to back, or will we get ourselves another ace to chase? How many rounds will this go? This chase ace round could go as many as 5 rounds. Remember, the first pilot to win twice will be our sport class champion, taking home $250. Oh, buddy guy.
We'll start clearing this out for our next race. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna be waiting for some prop changes, maybe some battery changes. That was definitely a rough feat for some of those guys, so we're at least gonna see some prop changes.
Now, I came over here today from the north central part of Missouri, but I spent a few years just north of here in the great city of Washington, Illinois. So I got some Illinois love in my heart for you guys. Oh yeah, that was before drones. We just played frisbee golf back then.
Still no pilots making their way out to the blocks.
Yeah, they're trying. I bet there's some prop swaps going.
Flyboy
some
should just need a
charges
battery
happening.
change after that one. Flyboy was pretty clean through that whole race.
I'm seeing some of our pro class pilots start to pace around, get a little excited, get a little antsy. There's a lot on the line here.
I don't know what happened to them.
Among the best in the world tonight in our pro class, we've got Hyper, one of the fastest pilots literally on planet Earth, along with Propsicle, Jake Hammer, Pro-Tato, all the way from the great state of Michigan.
Pro-Tato.
Yeah, it's going to be a showdown of the ages here in pro class. A grudge match between my co-commentator Mondo and myself.
Yes, sir. Hey, I qualified 4th in a field of Titans.
That's, pretty high praise there. But we'll see who takes the spot in the brackets.
Flyboy shaking it off. Are those nerves you're shaking off? Maybe some sweat?
Some nerves, some sweat, all of the things.
Remember, just one more. That's all it takes. And you get a whole $250. What's that get you? Half a PlayStation?
Oh, yeah. I think Steven's thinking he's going to pay for like a hotel stay or something tonight. Maybe a nice dinner for the fam. You got to win it first.
Yeah, Casardo making it into the chat. Thanks for all the love, guys. Wasn't my day. Yeah, no, it was a day ridden with technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Same as his I.O. experience. Luckily, he had friends to hang out with, some corn to run through. He had the time of his life.
Yeah, drone racing is not always about going fast. Sometimes it's about spending time with a bunch of your besties. I love it, fam.
Who we waiting on? B-Rad. Looks like he's in the pits doing something.
B-Rad's getting it situated over there.
I think he's juicing up some packs.
He's putting them in the battery warmer. The old Night Fury trick.
Yeah, I had a battery explode while flying earlier. There's Hyper. Looks like he's going to help B-Rad out. Say hi to the folks at home, Hyper. Oh, yeah. Hyper sporting the golden Orca goggles that he won by winning the Tiny Trainer Winter Warehouse Series, sponsored by 533. He won a heck of a event this last winter in a freezing cold warehouse in St. Louis, Missouri. And He's got the golden orcas to prove it. But looks like the pilots are making their way back. We're getting close. I got 4 quadcopters, video up on the grid, so we're just probably less than 60 seconds from going live
We're
here.
gonna have to watch this close. Can you keep an eye on Gate Smasher because it keeps missing his first lap?
Yep, I'm gonna watch Gate Smasher like a hawk.
Prop, can you keep an eye on Flyboy? Herder, can you watch Jordal? And I'll watch B-Rad.
I would like to not have to say Jordal anymore because I keep messing it up really bad. G.
And just like that, our flight line director says
Smasher.
we're good to go, and we're gonna spin up these props.
Here
Are we gonna watch Flyboy take another ace?
All right, here we go. They are off. Now, Gate Smasher, it did miss his hole shot, but he might have taken it. Oh, Gate Smasher gets it wrong. He's got a prop that is destroyed.
And
Gate
he's
Smasher down.
He's just praying right now that Flyboy gets second place.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Jordal gets it wrong, goes up in the air a bit, but we're watching as B-Rad goes into the dive gate right behind Flyboy. We have Flyboy in the lead, followed by B-Rad.
I think this is B-Rad's race to lose, though. B-Rad, one of the fastest guys in the drone racing community here in Illinois. I'm sure would love to come home with the win here. Can Flyboy keep it together, or will B-Rad put the pressure on? We're about to find out. Flyboy now already on his way into the dive gate.
Oh, yep, crossing over. He's on his final lap.
Yep, it's now or never, B-Rad.
Yeah, B-Rad about 2 gates back, closing that gap.
Yeah, definitely closing the gap here. Just 1 gate separates the 2 pilots. Flyboy, a little bit of a hitch there in the hitch it up section. Into the carousel. Will Caden do it? A dive gate to go. Can he keep it clean? Flyboy!
There it is. Flyboy first, B-Rad second.
Illinois, putting the punish down on this field of pilots, taking home his share, winning himself $250. And
Yeah, do we have any giant checks for these guys? So let's see. We had a finishing order of Flyboy, then B-Rad in that one. And in the last race, we watched Flyboy, then Gate Smasher. But B-Rad was third, and Gate Smasher was fourth in this one. So I believe, yeah. So Flyboy, then B-Rad, then Gate Smasher.
Oh, I guess, yeah,
via the motocross rule.
Yes. So first place goes to Flyboy. Second place goes to B-Rad. I believe third is gonna go to Jordal.
All right, Illinois State Fair, give it up for our champ, Flyboy, 2009.
How's this math work? So Gate Smasher actually got second in this one. So he has a second and he has a fourth. And then in this one, Gate Smasher has a fourth and this guy has a third. So Gate Smasher is third overall, right? If he had a second and a fourth rather than a third and a fourth? Or no, a fourth and a third? 4, 3, or 2.
Yeah, here, I'll do it.
4, 3, or 2.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Hey, our pro class is coming
4 plus 3 is 7.
as fast as you thought that
Gate
was.
Smasher had a fourth and a second.
Up to
Jordal
6.
had a fourth and a third.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch
Gate
up.
Smasher. All right.
Hold on, we're gonna switch up announcers.
Am I in the first year or the second year?
Classes, but it's gonna be the same.
Yeah, you're up.
Style.
Huh?
You're up.
So
We're doing the practice one, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm on race band 8.
as always,
Dude!
here's Mondo with the final results.
Yep. So, final results are Flyboy in first place, followed by B-Rad in second, and then Gate Smasher in third place. I believe that's $250 for Flyboy. I think $150 for B-Rad, then $100 for Gate Smasher.
Stuck it. Everybody's
So-
getting some money.
After this, we're going to let our pro pilots have a warm-up pack. So we're going to do a staggered start, guys. And first, we're looking for Propsicle on R1, Jake Hammer on R3, Potato on R6, and Shames on R8. And we're going to do a staggered start, so I'll call you off, and then you go.
Don't break anything in practice.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Wait, what? What's happening?
You can, as
They
long
wanna
as you have
practice that.
something else to fly. I feel like every pilot's got a favorite quad out of their fleet, though.
You gonna go practice?
I will.
Yeah.
I'm in the heat after this.
Up first, looks like we've got some Jake Hammer and Propsicle in the frame. Go ahead and wave to home, everybody.
Wave to the camera, guys.
I posted the stream right? Yeah, as my brother points out, I crashed exactly 0 seconds after the video starts. I may have just been landing if you guys can't tell.
This is one for Knick Knack to push up into the money round. He was qualifying just underneath cash money, so if anybody makes any mistakes, Knick Knack's going to be knocking on the back door waiting to pass him.
Yeah, looks like we have some channel changes out there. Jake Hammer's R3, Potatoes R6, Shames is R8.
So they're up first.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go up. These are practice packs.
Practice? What?
Jake Hammer's trying to talk to me. One thing he doesn't know is that I can't read lips. Oh no, he's talking to his dad.
Why are we doing practice?
Because all the fast kids wanted a warm-up pack.
Oh, what a bunch of little babies.
What? Jake Hammer's R3.
100% agree.
He's on his channel.
They just want to put on a good show.
I don't want a practice pack. Let them have it.
So what you're about to watch right now is going to be a completely different level of racing.
Yeah, these guys are going to be pushing it tooth and nail because everybody is fast enough to win some money. It's just who wants to win the most.
So I think
amount of
everybody
money.
left. Even our hill people.
Shane's walking back. He's 5th in the world. I don't know if you guys were at I.O., but I was, and that was one heck of a show to watch. Oldest guy, also fastest guy.
So Cappy One's in the chat, gassing up his boys. He says, "Let's go Detroit." That's his boys, Jake Hammer and Potato.
Potato's new to 533's sponsored pilots.
Yes, sir.
Representing.
Okay, they're good to go. She's going to tell you to go, and we're going to start off with Propsicle.
Arm your quads. Starting on the top in less than 5.
And away
Propsicle,
he goes.
yep. And then Jake Hammer, go for it. Now Potato, go for it. And then Sean, go for it. You guys got 3 laps, and then bring it in. And then we're going to put up Heat 2 for a practice pack.
James gets it wrong a little bit there, but this is practice, so that's what that's for. Everybody went back and got some fair food in them, and now they got to force themselves to go fast. I can tell you fried food usually makes me a little sluggish, so I completely understand this practice pack. Burn off some of those extra calories they just had over at the concession stand. Potato coming around his last lap on the dive, coming through. Sean, motocross.
Okay, great flying, guys. Let's land those quads, retrieve them, and then we're going to be putting up Heat 2. I'm going to reset that one.
If anybody forgot, there are no celebratory flips after you finish. We would hate for you to lose any of your winnings to a silly celebratory pop-up. So keep those drones under 100 feet, please. That'd be great. Should be pretty easy to do, though. This is a pretty big area. It looks like the lights just came on. So that's going to give us a little different ambiance.
It was worse skipping school.
I bet. Looks like Caden's principal's watching. He's got some explaining to do.
Totally did not skip school to go have fun.
Caden, tell us about how your win was. Come over here and sit down right here in the hot seat. We got Flyboy here, our winner of the intermediate. Excellent win by Flyboy. Tell us about it.
He's out here at least making minimum wage.
I was, I flew the, final seat. I advanced in the first winner's bracket. So then it basically made the finals. And I got mid-aired and my quad shot all the way over to the dirt mounds. And it was not flying right after that. So
It was
I had
a little
to
disheartening.
switch quads, and I won the first race, and then all I knew I had to do was win the second one. When I heard how close he was, I started to push it harder, and then at the end, I pulled it out.
Yes, you did. In fact, you did. You got first place, and you're taking home $250. That's like minimum wage for a day's work.
Yeah, it's about a motor for one of my airplanes.
All right, perfect. Well, you're pretty good at flying planes, though, so you probably won't crash any of those for a little while. And I'd say you could probably buy some new motors, maybe for 533, get your quads running even better.
Maybe.
What do you think about this this warm-up pack that these guys are getting in?
I just want to know what sportsman didn't get one.
Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like you didn't need one.
You know,
Might have been the pack
Now
that
and
you broke a quad on, you know?
I did break one.
Is the one that went out in the field broken?
Yeah, the one that flew all the way to the dirt mound.
What happened?
I actually got mid-aired, and I just couldn't recover from it.
Yeah. Yeah, you went out pretty far. I'm glad that we got a big area to play in, so nobody was in danger, but definitely a long walk for you.
Yep. Just a little bit of a walk.
Staggered start. So once they make it through that bottom gate, after they do the spin around the flag, then we call the next flag.
Cool.
1, 3, 6, and 8.
Alrighty, guys. Mondo's just giving a heads up. This is a staggered start. We're practicing, so please don't crash your quads and break anything. I'm going to send off 1, 3, 6, and 8 in that order. Hyper, Mondo, Knick-Knack, and the Herder. So after the tone goes off, Hyper will leave, and then I will dismiss each one after Hyper reaches the first obstacle. So if I have 0 objections, I will get this thing underway. Mondo, go! Knick-Knack, go! The Herder, go! Hyper has a little bobble. He's catching back up to his pace. Mondo has a big bobble. He says, I see your bobble and I'll raise you. The sun is in a convenient spot for these videos as you're coming along to some of the gates towards the end, right there before the dive gate. It does get a little blinding. So anytime you're heading in that direction, just keep your eye on the target and not fixated on the sun. It's easy to do.
Very easy. Done it myself.
Yeah. It doesn't take much to break your concentration in this sport. So 1 second of thinking about something else can get your brain off just enough to where you'll have a bobble, and that'll cost you many seconds in the final finish.
Especially when the announcer says your name.
Yeah, the old announcer's curse is true. If the announcer is talking about you, the likelihood of you crashing has increased tenfold.
By about 20 times.
Looks like Mondo and Hyper are finished. Knick-Knack's following through in third, and Herder's stitching up the last element. Alrighty, that's it for everybody. Go ahead and land those quads, and we'll get the next people up. Or is that all of the people? I'm not certain.
That's all the peoples.
That is all the people. So after this, it's serious. People are going to go home. There will be winners and there will be losers. You get 2 chances of losing.
Hello.
So don't beat yourself up if you don't make it the first time. But if it's the second time around, you can pack your things. Everybody's going to get their quads, make sure that they're all tightened up, all proper props on there. You don't want any bent props going into finals. That's never a good thing.
Nope, never fun.
Bent props will cause these quads to fall out of the air in the turns and just not have the same amount of grip that they originally did with a fresh set of props on there. So it's always important to switch those up.
And they also go about 3 times slower.
Yeah, you can get a lot of vibrations, heat up one of your motors. Heck, I remember those Hobby Wing motors, you couldn't even look at the props wrong without making them burn out.
No, never flew those.
At least now they bend and don't break.
Yeah. Mondo is one of our suppliers of probably the most amount of motors here today. I think a lot of people are flying the 533
Yep, some of the fastest motors.
motors.
On the market.
They won IO's World Cup this year and last year.
Heads up, FPV.
Heads up, he is one heck of a pilot. He was supposed to come out today, but he had a global qualifier that he had to go to, which makes sense. He wants to make sure that he betters his time and gets high up on the standings. AK Numbers is my flight man. He's doing great things for us.
Thank you. Good job, Caden. Okay, so we're finally going live with this bracket. They all wanted to get a practice pack in. I understand. They went on a walk. They had some fun out there at the State Fair, Springfield, Illinois. State Fair, we're going to have our first 4 pilots in this bracket. Propsicle, Jake Hammer, Potato, and Shames. We watched them practice. Jake Hammer was setting down some 18s. We saw some 17s out of Propsicle. Looks like our pilots are ready to go. Spin those props up.
And they're off. Propsicle has a slight edge over Jake Hammer, but not by much. Shane's just in the shadow of him. Potato and Shane's making a pass right now. Who's going to finish out in front? We will see in just 2 more elements. Wow, Potato got in front of Jake Hammer right there at the last second. Looks like Jake Hammer is definitely taking the lead back, though. Propsicle's still comfortably in first. Shane's got some work to do. He's in the 4th spot.
Propsicle followed by Jake Hammer, then Potato. These races are going to be finished a lot faster than the previous ones we were watching. We're watching Propsicle coming around, stitch it up section into our sweeping turn. Going high, he's going to be taking the dive gate. Is he going to be the first one through?
It's Propsicle.
There you go.
Followed by Jake Hammer.
Oh, Potato gets it wrong.
Gives Shane some time to come back, and he will finish in the 3rd spot.
Good racing pilots.
Now, finishing in the 3rd spot is fun, but it doesn't do anything for you because you need to be in the top 2 positions to move on. So Shames and Potato are going to be going on to the losers bracket. It's not over for them. They're going to have another shot at it, but this is the last chance for them.
Yeah. The losers from that moving straight to R3, race 3 there on the side.
Shames and Potato going to race 3.
And we're going to be looking for Hyper, Mondo, Knickknack, and Herder. I got to do a prop change.
Mondo has an excellent DeWalt tool, if you could show the camera. This thing it just makes light work of changing props. It will ginsu your fingers up really quickly, though, if you're not careful. You can't have a sweaty grip. You got to hold that thing with some gusto. Shames, give a wave to the camera to your left. Say hello to all your friends. They're watching in the chat. Shames isn't over. He said he's not leaving. And I think he means it because he said this at I.O. and he showed us that he meant business. AK, go ahead and give us a wave if you've got any friends or family at home. Say hello to the children.
I said I won't say your name.
No children? All right. Future children. Everybody's getting little touches done up on their drones. They're going to be competing. Who's up next? We got Propsicle.
No, Hyper Mondo Knickknack.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hyper, Mondo, Knickknack, and the Herder. Mondo and Knickknack came from St. Louis together. Me, Mondo, and Knickknack are all locals. We definitely have flown together, so this is going to be interesting. There might be a little trash talking in the pits as they're flying. This does seem to happen every once in a while whenever they want to catch that extra edge. You got to do what you got to do to win that money. If you guys can see on the cam here, Hyper has the coolest launch stand in FPV. He likes to show it off a lot. He brings it to every race, except for the Tiny Trainer race where we provided him his own launch pad. Knickknack's being our camera guy with his FPV feed. Love it.
Whereas everybody else kind of idles.
Looks like we got beautiful video on everybody's quad. Hyper Squad's so low you can see the gravel in his view. He's already propped directly at his first gate. He's not messing around. We're going to let these pilots get comfortable in their seats, get their goggles down, get the stress breath out of the way, make sure that they're ready for some ripping because somebody is winning and somebody is losing. Two somebodies.
Oh, yeah. So Hyper, our TQ in this win, Mondo, I think he qualified in the 5 position. And then Knickknack and Herder 7 and 8.
4 position, Mondo.
4. Holy banana cakes.
Yeah. He had 2 positions over you. You were in the 6th spot, right?
Man, why am I so slow?
You have your days, you know. Everybody does. It's fine.
Oh man, it ain't over. I ain't leaving.
They're good. They're good.
We're going to get this thing underway. Whenever you hear the lady tell you to take off, that's when it all goes down.
Here we go. Round 1, week 2.
We got a quad. Just wait a second. False start.
How you? Is there a button to reset it?
Oh, yeah.
Does it say restart right there?
Yeah.
Don't click it just yet.
What's that?
Restart, would that work right there in the corner?
You can't see it.
That'll be the button.
Okay.
Click it.
Not right now.
Okay.
All right, let us know when you're all set down there on the flight line. We think we're going to click the right button.
Yeah. We could have a little bit more time after this. We don't know.
You're good now?
Is everybody good?
Good.
All righty. Arm them up. Confirm. So hit OK.
Shabba-dabba-dooba. And start in the corner.
There we go.
Listen to the lady.
Here we go.
All right, they're all off. No mistakes this time.
Just like that, looks like Hyper does get the whole shot. Hyper and Mondo.
Oh. Knickknack had the second.
It's Dirt McGirt.
He's back up in the air, though. He's going to finish up that corkscrew into the slalom.
Hyper's already through that carousel into the dive gate.
Hyper around for lap 1. Who's coming in lap 2? It looks like Mondo.
Yeah, Mondo's now
second place, Mondo.
So the Herder's Hyper, Mondo, Herder, Knickknack.
Knickknack's reeling in the Herder. He's taking the pass. Oh my gosh, they have a midair. They tried to make the pass. The Herder's trying to get up. I think he's going to be able to do it. Knickknack has a battery disconnected. That's going to be it for him. He's going to have another shot at it.
Herder's quad is in rough shape, but he's going to try to get back in there in case one of these guys gets it wrong, but Hyper's 1 gate away. There's our winner.
Mondo just needs to finish up this last element, and he's got second place in the bag. No mistakes. Dive gate. Finish. Second place for our Mondo. Around comes the Herder. He's still going to finish it out with true colors. We like seeing people limp their quads across the finish line. Even though they're in the loser's bracket, you need to catch that extra practice. His quad is not going to allow it, though. Good try. Good try, Herder. Way to stick it to the fence as well. We've had a couple of people in that fence. I know that Clyde was one of them right off the start. What a sad way to end it.
Yeah, he was pretty sad about that to end his day in the fence.
Happens to the best of us. I had a couple of mishaps. I had one quad that just didn't, the front left motor didn't want to turn off the block. That was my first loss. And then the second race, I hit something and lost track of where I was. So I was disqualified for not completing the course correctly.
Yeah, you had a rough day today.
It was fun, though. I think this is a great spot to fly. We should have more state fair races. They have all the good food, plenty of crowd to come and watch, and in this case, cheddar to bring home.
Yes, thanks to our great sponsor, Hanson.
Definitely great sponsorship for this race today. Grow Your Own, very much appreciated. They really went out above and beyond to help us out today, and we could not be any more thankful.
Make some heats. Yeah.
Mondo coming back, feeling all happy. Second place, easy run for him. He had a couple of mishaps, but not
things
as
got a
many
little
as the
weird.
others.
I forgot the track for a second.
That's what the warm-up pack was for.
But here we go, round 3. We're going to be looking for Potato, Shames, Knickknack, and Herder. They're going to be race 3, the first losers bracket race of the day.
Yeah, these guys are going to be pushing a little bit harder because they know that if they make a mistake, it is bye-bye birdie for them, so they cannot make any mistakes. Well, at least 2 of them are going to be moving on. The other 2 will be done.
So we're going to have some channel changes. Potato, you're going to R1, and Shames, you're going to R3. Knickknack, you're staying on R6, and Herder, you're staying on R8. Sound good?
Full channel changes. Wanda, would you like a water?
Yes, sir.
Stay hydrated out there. I know the sun has went down, but it is still hot, and we would like to make sure that everybody's hydrated. Get you a water, stay quenched. Sun's going down. We're going to get a different look from our FPV feed. Those lights on are going to be neat to look at. Most of the time, whenever we fly under the lights, they are much lower, so they're usually in our view, whereas these, I don't think will be in the view. But the way that we're moving along, I'm pretty sure that the sun will provide ample light all the way to the end, but we will see.
Yeah, this race director shuffle is always fun. I enjoy running live streams, but I think I enjoy racing more, so it's always a fun task to be running in and out of the race command station. But these great pilots always find a way to come in here and step in for me. They know how to run everything. It's pretty simple. You just click the start button. We're waiting on 2 pilots, Herder and Knickknack. Shames and Potato are just out there ready.
Shames and Potato, give us a little wave to everybody watching in the chat. Excellent.
30 minutes to sunset.
We got 30 minutes to sunset, so it's going to get dark here soon. If we keep having a little bobbles here and there, we might be able to be racing under the lights, and that's always a different vibe.
2Fly FPV in the chat says, I believe in you, Herder.
Herder's got company in the chat. He's in over here working on a quad vigorously.
Vigorously. AK Drones, I believe that's an Alaska pilot, saying, let's go, Potato. Say hi to Ryan Martin. They just hung out last week.
At I.O., the International Open in Muncie, Indiana, at the AMA headquarters. Something like 150 pilots signed up and went out there and flew, competed.
Okay, Herder's making his way out. Now, where is Knickknack? I know that he had a pretty traumatic experience that last one. He said he was going about Mach 10, then all he saw was Herder's battery. That's all she wrote.
I think Knickknack was reeling in the Herder because he was in the 4th place spot and needed to pass him. And right as I started saying he was making the pass, Knickknack ran right into the back of him.
Oh, yeah, that was
You would think it'd be hard to run into each other with these quads and all this open air, but it's actually a lot easier than you'd think. You get your eyes fixated on the guy in front of you, and you almost magnetize right into the back of him.
Our track designer also made sure to put some gates out there that are about 40% smaller than every other gate at the hardest locations. So that's pretty much midair central. He wanted to put us on the brakes, but I don't think we know how to slow down.
Yeah, that's the herder right there in the green shirt. Thank you, herder. Appreciate those little gates. He's really proud of himself for those.
Here's a nice little feature of our track timing software. Oh. There he is, listening to the lady.
Knick-knack on the line. Knick-knack brought his mustache out for today, so he's not messing around. He looks like a state trooper today. Go ahead and give us a little mustache work there, Knick-knack. All right. It's all smiles and giggles, but once they sit down, they mean business. This is for some
We're going to be waiting on AK Numbers, our flight line director, to give us the 2 thumbs, which means send them off.
Cameras are really taking the low light really well. Gates are poppy. All the colors still look good.
I think the only time it sucks is when you're going to that back twisted
you're
up
seeing the
section,
sun.
and it's just sun, and
Yeah.
it's the tiniest gate on the track. We're
that's
good to
what-
go. Pilots, let's spin up some props.
Wait.
We had to hold on. Did it take off again? Oh, no.
This is Knick-knack's strategy. He's trying to get everybody in their own head.
He's icing them. Yeah, the pilots.
He's icing the pitcher.
No, it's the old Knick-knack special. He does the crop dust, and he goes out there and wipes the lens.
He cleans the lens of his drone and then kicks dirt up on the others.
I watched him down about 10 chimichangas, so...
He's full of tacos and ready to rip.
Okay, as soon as he gets in the seat, I'm going to assume we're going to be ready to go.
Nobody's brave enough to use, do we have a guy on the course here?
He's good. Oh, there's a golf cart on the far side of the track. We're gonna be in a quick little holding
Everybody
pattern.
wave at the golf cart on the other
Yeah.
side of the track. Hey, golf cart!
Going to the bathroom.
I hope you have insurance.
After they get off the field, we're going to get this thing underway, so get your guys' rotors ready.
Let me know when we're good to go, AK. He says we're good, so we're going to send him off. Say bye to our golf cart friends, and we're good. Oh, somebody popped up.
You went back for it, that was down.
Idled up.
All right, fix it up.
Currently, Shames and Potato were in a battle, but they got midair action.
Everybody had a bobble. It's any man's
Yeah.
race. If you had a bobble, do not feel bad. Just get back in your groove and fly your race because it's still anybody's race.
All that did was tighten up the pack.
Shames is going to take first, followed closely by Potato. Knick-knack's right behind him, though. He's going to move into the 4th spot. Herder just had him by a slight error, but it looks like
right on
Herder
each
and
other.
Knick-knack are flying the same drone from their view.
Coming on to their final lap is Potato first, then Shames.
Shames is having a little
see.
bit of a bobble. It looks like Potato's going to take the lead. I don't think Shames is going to be happy about that. He's going to reel him in.
Yeah, Shames' battery might not finish this race. He's
Shames'
at
battery is
16
definitely
volts.
bad.
He ain't leaving.
Oh, he finished that battery with like a cell missing. Did Knick-knack finish before Shames?
We're going to have to look at a rerun because I want to say that Shames didn't complete a part of the track towards the back end.
I don't think it matters though if Knick-knack passed him.
Right. But let's see how Knick-Knack unfolded as well, because there were some bobbles. I would just like to see the last 40 seconds-ish of the race. That was definitely...
So here we go. We're going live with Knick-Knack coming around through... Oh, yeah. What happened to Sean?
Sean got lost, and I think...
Yeah, here's a twisted up section.
Right
into
here,
our turn.
He doesn't go completely around. Look, he goes...
Oh, he did... I guess that still counts.
Oh, no, yeah, he does. But look, he goes back.
Yeah, he got lost, and
That's
then
where-
Knick-Knack passes him.
He went back.
So he thought he had to ladder the double gate, gets confused, and then that gives Knick-Knack enough time to run around in second place. So Knick-Knack's still alive.
Knick-Knack's face was priceless. I wish I would have got that on camera.
Huh?
He false started, which
But he
was
went
his
back,
second one.
right?
Well, he went back.
I thought it was
but
the same
it
race
wasn't
if
a
he false
problem
started.
until James didn't actually beat him.
Battle the nerves.
So
I
what's the
don't
rolling
think
there?
I don't think you get one false start every race.
Which I don't know.
I thought it was like 2 on each race.
I don't
how
know
the
what
rule
I don't know
works.
what the rules are.
Let's ask Sean. I
Let's
think he
watch
knows
the
the rules.
start over and see
Obviously,
if he
Sean is
actually
not
went back.
happy now
Yeah.
because so he did go back.
He did. It
But
could
it
have
should've
thrown
mattered.
somebody off.
I mean, yeah. So that definitely like they said it definitely.
Should
threw
we
him off.
heads
I'm
up
like-
it
I
between
think
the two?
I think the rule is that the director has to say whether it's a fault. What's the rule? Yeah, but is it 2 false starts in one heat or just like overall? And what's the false start rule?
I don't think the first one's a false start. If that was a false start, it should be re-raced.
I mean, the first
Or
one.
a heads
the
up
first one
between
was a false
James
start.
and Knick-Knack.
I would say the first one was a false start because like it was arm your quads.
So is that a re-race?
Hold on.
Look up the rules.
And we're pulling up the rule book because there was a false start in that race.
Rear.
False starts can happen in many ways. The way it happened today was Knick-Knack took off the line. He did go back and circle past the line after everybody left, but it was his second one.
Because it was the
So
second.
that is maybe going to cause us to rerun the race. We are looking up the official rules just to make sure that everything is even because
One thing we got to
this
keep
is
in
for
mind,
money and we want to make sure that everybody
organization
gets
goes
a
to
legitimate chance.
7:57.
Yeah, we only have till 7:57, so let's
We
go
need to
live
next-
with
yeah,
race
next
4
out there.
Yep.
because we still have our pilots for that. We're looking for Propsicle on R1, J-Camera on R3, Hyper on R6, and Mondo on R8.
Definitely good call.
That's unfortunate, but
Very.
somebody's gonna be upset.
Yeah.
What's the call?
Just looking up the rules. I mean, we're gonna have a heat to figure it out.
So they talk about it. It talks about doing a review and determining if they actually had a starting advantage.
What's Jake's channel?
Jake, your channel is going to be R3.
Even if it's the second occurrence,
They're saying the first one.
One warning for the day.
one warning for the day.
So the first one wasn't a false start. We caught it before the race. The second one we did and then we kept going, but it's up to, I guess, us.
I'd say we run it again.
It depends on the time.
We don't have time to ride again. It's
Yeah.
not right.
Let's. If we have time, we can do it. Otherwise, no.
I was like, weren't you in that heat too?
Huh?
Weren't you in that
Yeah.
heat?
These types of mishaps happen. It's just a little harder to walk on by whenever there's a large purse involved. So we do like to keep things as even and fair as possible. Being that was the loser's bracket, it does mean something for the two that are not going on. But in this heat, we got some fresh new faces and some awesome racing that's about to go down. I don't know who to have my money on because it's literally any man's race. Anybody can make a mistake, and all these pilots are fast enough to win it all. So it's just up to who can keep in the air. All right, I got 1 thumb, 2 thumbs, 3 thumbs, and 4 thumbs. We have all spotters. Everybody spotted? All right, we're going to get this thing underway. As soon as you hear the lady tell you the tone, you will fly. They're off. Propsicle with the whole shot. Followed. Actually, I'm sorry. Jake Hammer with the whole shot. Propsicle slowly short behind. It is too tight to call right now. We're going to see who gets this first lap. It looks like it's Propsicle. Propsicle does take the lead. He is followed shortly by his best friend, Hyper. Mondo's in 4th, but he is reeling in Jake Hammer. He is not that far away from him. Maybe a gate. Jake Hammer is absolutely sending it right now, as he should be. He needs to reel in Hyper for that 2nd place position. Hyper gets knocked out. Oh my, what a tragedy. Jake Hammer comes in and takes the lead right at the last second. That's how it happens, guys. That is racing. Literally, Hyper had 1 straightaway and his quad blacked out before the end. That is crazy. What an upset. That's all right. That's just Hyper's first loss. So he's got another try at it.
But I don't know if it was quads or what. It didn't look like it.
We gonna rerun? All right, that heat that we did have a false start on, we are rerunning because we want to make sure that everybody gets a fair chance at it. They're going to get out on those blocks. We are going to have to make this a quick one, though, because we are strapped to time. So if you can get your quads out there and get in your seat as fast as possible, that would be appreciated.
10.0 seconds remaining.
The great guys here at CIDR went deep into the rule book and even deeper into their heart. And they gave a rerun that is well deserved. I think Shames will be happy because we all know that everybody deserves a fair chance at this money.
God, that was insane. Isn't that insane?
It's crazy.
Shames, you better not make mistakes on that horse towards the end,
I
though.
heard something, I thought.
Yeah,
But I don't
could
know if it
cost
was
you this
anything.
time.
It just blacked out.
I think you just dead. Killed the battery 100%.
Yeah, I was watching it.
Shames, you got a good battery in there too? Because I remember your battery was pretty low.
I mean, just...
The pilots that are in this heat are going to be Shane's Knick-Knack
When I started, like,
and...
After we run this race, we're going to have Hyper and Mondo, and then we're going to have the winners of this race going on against Hyper and Mondo. So, Hyper, I'm going to put you on R6, and then I'm going to keep me on R8, and then we're going to have our 2 winners going to R1 and 3 after this. But right now we're racing Potato, Shames, and Knick-Knack. Because of the false start, we're going to be rerunning this.
Is Potato in a seat over there?
Oh, Potato does not need to go again. So it's Herder.
So we're racing for 1 position. First place. First place leaves.
Okay, give me a second. I got to fix that. So we're taking Potato out.
Yeah.
And we're-
Potato moves on because he wanted it anyway, but we are now looking for the other position that is going to advance. It's any man's race. It's going to be crazy at the herder. Came back.
Yep, and we're good to go, I believe. Nick or AK, are we good? Okay,
All right,
we're gonna run
send
it.
Listen to the tone.
Somebody flew off.
Knick-Knack. Is that Knick-Knack again?
Hold on.
Got 15% motor idle.
How about you arm after the start tone? Go back to your seat, Knick-Knack.
What is going on?
You got head super high or something. Like, ready to fly off.
Sometimes when you have your min throttle set too high on the arm, it wants to hover. So it makes it hard to stay on a tiny little launch stand. You can go in your settings and change your minimum RPM, and that'll help with that, but we do not have time for that right now.
Yeah, we have until 7:57. Okay, AK, we good? How about we arm your quad after the start tone, Knick-Knack? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. James is gonna strangle you,
He
Nick.
had it preloaded that time, man. It took off.
No preloading for Knick-Knack.
I'm pretty sure I said that. Okay, we're just racing with Shames and Herder. You guys good? That was 2 false starts allowed. Multi-GP rules state you get 1 false start. Number 2, you're out of there.
That makes it easier for Shames. Or Herder.
Try to get in Shane's head, maybe.
Alrighty there, basically stereo vision. Herder just a couple gates behind. If Shames makes a mistake, as I say that, the Herder makes a mistake, so it gives Shames a little comfortability. Shames got lap 1 in the bag. He just needs to choose along very carefully. He does not need to push. He's going to push anyway because we came here to go fast.
Yeah, Shames already with a 21 to start. Let's see what he pulls around on this second lap.
One more lap
That's a
for Shames.
20.8.
It for him. He is going to move on. We had a
Nope,
little
keep
bit of
going, keep going. We had a fake lap in there.
announcer, but it's still, as it stands, Shames is in first place. He's coming along, last 3 obstacles, in, out, over, through, finish.
That is Shames moving on. Potato and Shames. Knick-Knack and Herder, you're out of this bracket. So we're going to be looking for Potato on R1, Shames on R3, I believe. Let's keep a look on that. So, yeah, Potato, you're going to R1. Shames, you're staying on R3. Got a battery on there. Let's get it out there. We got time to go.
Yeah, we needed to just, like, as soon as it says arm or something, it needs to be like the start. Like,
oh, so that we can't.
Well, I'm out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Makes
Like,
sense.
if I hear the lady talk and you're off the pad,
Then that's bye-bye.
That's the last second.
I mean, it was kind of
What
silly
bracket?
for him to try to fucking...
wait, what bracket number is this? Because we may have to do like a, top 8 one race if we actually.
Herder's all smiles.
Why do we have a
He
hard
doesn't
time?
care. He's having fun. He's gonna go get him a potato, deep fried, funky bread, something. I don't know. Careful.
I don't know why they
Good drive.
It's always fun to race.
It is always fun to race, win or lose, especially in an area like this, at a state fair with a crowd, nice stadium lights, a little live stream going, you're able to see everything later on your phone, capture the stakes.
But we do need to hustle.
If we can get some quads on the starting blocks, we do need to hustle because we did waste some time with that rerun. So if we could make up that time with the effort by these next pilots, that would be awesome. There is no sun in your eyes going into the switchback before the dive gate anymore. So that's going to make for much faster finishes. I feel like people are a little bit hesitant flying towards the sun, not being able to see that gate as well, but those gates are popping now. What an upset for Knick-Knack, the old pre-launcher.
Yeah.
Those blocks are not good for pre-launching. They have very little foam on them, and it's a soft foam. It's not rubbery
How quick were
in
those
any
laps?
form. So if you think that you're going to grip onto them and preload like probably why Hyper brings his own launch pad, because his pad's already basically pre-launched. Very smart technique.
Doing the side saddle.
Shane's doing the old side saddle. If you don't know, multi-GP used to not allow us to do that, but they threw that rule out, so Shane's going to take advantage of it, as he should. You notice James and Hyper are wearing the same jersey. They are from part of America. They won the team racing this year in the International Open. Channels are going to be as such. Potato R1, Shames R3, Hyper R6, and Mondo R8. Like I was saying, Heart of America, Shames and Hyper were on the same team, as well as Armando, and they won the whole thing. If I got all good videos, I'll get this thing underway. Alrighty, once you hear the lady, we're racing. Everybody's off. They're through the first gate. Looks like Hyper has the whole shot, followed closely by Potato. Shames is right in front of Potato now. He definitely did make the pass. Potato's trying to pass him. They have touched 3 times in the same turn. You can see them in each other's video. It is neck and neck. Who's going to get it? Oh, Potato just pulled in front by Shames pulled in front just by a little bit. That was Shames and Armando. I'm sorry, it was not Potato. Potato's in the 4th spot, so our order is Hyper, Mondo, Shames, and Potato. Hyper's gone into lap 2, so has Mondo. Shames is on his way. Potato and Shames are neck and neck. They are fighting for that 3rd and 4th spot. Shames needs to get in front of Armando if he's going to want to move on. Mondo doesn't look like he wants to give it up, though. He's fighting hard. Hyper's already home, sitting at the chair eating cheese balls. He's in 1st place with a long shot. And it's followed by Shames in the 2nd place spot. What happened to Armando? We do not know. We will have to look that up in a rerun. No rerun. I'm just so used to saying rerun from earlier. Gosh, what happened to Mondo right at the last second? Like, that was... No, I guess then Mondo did get 2nd, and it's just reading wrong on the screen. Do not take the screen for real. I was pretty sure that Mondo was in 2nd, but the screen must have got a misread. We will go back and watch a short cap of the finish just to make sure.
Going through the dive gate and popped up.
It definitely looked like Mondo was in
Do we hit stop?
I don't know if it read him early or what.
Yeah, but it's right here.
He was going into the dive gate and threw up him a second. So.
What was their cutoff time?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, it gave Shames a 15.9. It gave Shames a fake last lap.
Shames had a fake last lap. That was what caused a little bit of the confusion with our final standings.
We have 17 minutes.
Okay, okay, now we're going into finals, race 6. We're looking for our winners from the previous heat, who were
We are the
Dropsicle.
Time Crunch pilots, so get your gear and get out on those starting blocks as fast as possible. That would be much appreciated. We're not only racing on the track, but we're racing off the track.
So we got Propsicle R1, J-Camera R3, Hyper R6, and Mondo R8.
That was some wild racing.
That racing towards the end with Shane.
Primarily with me and Potato.
Yeah, you guys were touching.
Mondo just had a smoke.
You guys bumped into each other like 3 or 4 times.
So I guess I'm not only 5th in the world, I'm 5th in Illinois.
That's true. 5th is your number.
Oh man, I'll take it though. That was a wild battle with Potato. If you guys are watching at home, scrub back, do yourself a favor and hone in on me and Potato.
Count the amount of times.
Oh my goodness. There are fried potatoes all over that track right now.
If you want to read the
They
chat.
have yellow props because I kept on.
We got some love on the chat. Let's see what they're saying on the internet here. Oh, looks like Johnny Fly is out there. Winning pilot shouldn't lose their win due to someone else false starting. That is correct, Jay Chapman. Love that new aspect of the rule. That made complete sense for Potato not to have to rerun in that heat. We got Multi-GP root me on. Thank you, Multi-GP. Love you guys. Multi-GP said, pull him. They were pulling no punches. Hyper, Beast, you are not wrong. Two fly. Heads up, FPV. Sean had a false lap. I guess so. Mondo second, definitely. Great job, Sean. That battle was crazy. We do this because we get the opportunity to come out here and have pressure racing. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to our pro top 4 pilots tonight competing at the Illinois State Fair.
This is the finals, right?
In the
Let's go,
lowest
boys.
seed position, I believe. I think our top 4 pilots are in fact our top 4 qualifiers. Mondo FPV, all the way from St. Louis, Missouri, representing Heart of America FPV. Also in this group, we've got from the great state of Michigan, one of the fastest kids, new on the scene over the past couple years. We know him as Jake. You might know him as Jake Hammer. Let's hear it for Jake Hammer tonight. I'm missing people.
Hyper's also on Heart of America FPV. He's
Yes.
here from Florida / St. Louis, Missouri.
Yep.
And he's going to be rooting for all the money. We do have all the thumbs in the air. We're going to get this thing underway due to time.
Yep, and the final pilot representing this top 4, representing the great state of Illinois, from Southern Illinois, Silas Propsicle. Pilots, arm your quadcopters. Remember the whole shot rule. Timing gate is the whole shot gate. Must have a crash due to a midair prior to the gate. All right, listen to Anthony. No false starts, please. Pilots, arm your quadcopters. We're racing on the tone.
I'm nervous.
Oh, you could feel the tension there. You could cut it with a freaking knife. Looks like Hyper got the whole shot with Jake Hammer behind him, but these pilots are absolutely locked up. Mondo wants his chance at this money. Propsicle wants his chance at the money. Oh, and like that,
gets it
Hyper.
wrong.
Yep.
So does Jake Hammer. Propsicle's going to take the lead. Mondo gets it wrong. Everybody's crashing. Mondo's on his lid. He's flipping back over. Jake Hammer is in the 3rd position spot. Followed by Hyper in 2nd, Propsicle in 1st.
Oh, yeah, this is wild. Absolute carnage out there. Mondo finally
Hyper
threw
gets
the
a
dive
mistake,
gate.
giving Jake Hammer a 2nd chance.
Yep, on to his last lap. Propsicle is cleanly in the lead, but Hyper's about 1 gate behind him. Going to make it interesting here on this last lap. Who's going to get it? Chase the Ace format. The first pilot to win twice is our champion, taking home $2,500. Dive gate, finish gate. Propsicle's our winner.
2nd.
Holy guy, who's going to get 3rd? These positions matter. Lots of money on the line here. Mondo is spinning.
That was awesome.
Less than a second.
Wow.
Hyper
Wow.
had a bubble and was still able to bring it back and take the pass on Jake Hammer.
Hyper putting up his best lap with a 16.44 on lap number 3, trying to catch Propsicle there. That was wild.
So fast. That was
man.
the fastest lap of the day was from Hyper with a 16.4.
Bananas. That was wild. That was wild. All right, chat, let us know. Is this going to go 2 races, 3 races, 4 races? What are we looking at tonight? We are on a time crunch. We've got about 11 minutes to get this in before the FAA comes knocking on our door. So we're pushing hard. We need pilots to gear up as fast as they can.
All righty, let's put some pep in our step, boys.
If we're not done in time, we're going to see a foot race. Mondo's looking for another quad. It looks like he broke his real good. All these pilots scrambling to get their stuff together. We've got the crew out on the track making some track adjustments, trying to get everything tidied up so that we can have the fairest race possible here. Holy guy. What are you guys thinking at home?
Mondo's doing an alternate prop change because I marred up his props.
Heads Up FPV says that was insane.
It
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
My heart
man.
was racing before the race even started.
Yeah, that was something to behold, to say the least. Can't see.
All right, guys out there keeping the track in tip-top shape so that we can have a beautiful final race here on this lovely weather.
Right now, make some noise for Central Illinois Drone Racers, this club that put together this entire event. Thank you guys so much. Really, they have always been one of my favorite clubs in the United States to fly with, and it's an honor to be here. So,
Absolutely. One of their main spots that they go to is at
yeah, man.
Clyde's Brewery, which I've seen a lot of their beer being sold over there in the beer tent.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely a cool spot to go and fly whenever you're at a brewery. Take some time off after the race and have a couple of beers with your fellow pilot friends.
You know, Casey, I was just thinking, everyone's lucky that this has to be done before dark. Because I'm on a streak. I don't know that I've ever lost a night race at Riggs. That's a true story. My first win was a night race at Riggs Brewery there in Urbana, Illinois.
We should have made the top pilots have LEDs on their quads.
Boy, oh boy. All right, looks like everyone's getting situated. Lots of scrambling on the track.
Propsicle's out there. He's already collected. He's already ready. He knows what he needs to do. He's going to get out in front and hold that lead this time because last time Hyper was trying to reel him in, and I don't think that he really likes Hyper getting that close.
Oh,
Hyper
man.
put out one of the fastest laps of the day, so
just so you understand the pressure that's on here, first place takes home $2,500. Getting second, you lose $1,500. You're only getting $1,000. Third place, you lose $2,000 if you can't hold it together, because you're only taking $500. And fourth place is going to take home $250. That is.
You were in the fifth place. What did they get?
I get $150.
Heck yeah,
Which-
that's $150 more than you got at I.O.
You know, with the amount of money I spend on drone racing, that is essentially tax-free money because it is all spent already.
He's already got
So I'll take it.
gold for that. All right, I love to see the passion in these guys. They're running just before a race. It's hard to be green and heavy while you're under the goggles, but we appreciate these pilots for getting.
Now, I saw a GitHub page the other day where you can now get your heart rate in your OSD. I wish we could see that right now with these pilots.
Mine would be maxed out all the time.
Here, let's take a picture of those standings and restart this race. So we got it.
Alrighty, as soon as I see the thumb from 8K drones, 8K
Numbers. But a shout out to Ryan, the real AK drones. Yep.
Too many 8Ks. Alright, you got the thumbs up. We're going to get this thing going.
All right, as a reminder, this is Chase the Ace. Propsicle is our ace to chase. If he wins again, we are done. If anyone else wins, we're going to grid them up and do it again. Pilots, arm your quadcopters. We're going live on the tone. Jake Hammer with a super aggressive launch. Looks like he got the whole shot. He's playing for keeps. He ain't setting down. He ain't leaving. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Into the Stitch It Up section. Look like Hyper has just a bit of an edge on the field, but boy, it is wild. Propsicle's getting some stuff wrong. So if everyone else keeps it clean, we are going to race again. Holy guy, Hyper, Jake Hammer, Propsicle.
Propsicle's going to have to reel in Jake Hammer if he's going to want to have
Hyper just put up a 15.8, showing why he is among the best in the world. On to the final lap. Hyper's got like a 7-gate lead.
Mondo's going to take third.
Remember, these positions matter, so pilots, you gotta push, you gotta do your best here. There are thousands of dollars on the line. There's our winner, Hyper. We've got 2 aces to chase.
Followed by Jake Hammer.
Hyper just put up a 48.47.
Mondo's finishing.
Holy guy. I think that was the 3 fastest laps we've seen in the entire race.
That was the fastest battery.
Pilots, as fast as you can. Run, run, run.
Every pilot
We gotta go again.
right there. If that doesn't tell you that they're pushing as hard as they can, every single pilot in that heat did a personal best.
Wow.
Hyper had a personal best for the entire day of flying. Hyper means business. He's got his gold goggles straight from the Tiger Trainer warehouse.
Hibbida, 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 hibbida. 15.88, 16.21, 16.28, 16.31. Absolute domination. Jake Hammer had him by 4/100ths of a second on the whole shot. And then, man, yeah, these positions matter. So Propsicle needs to, even if Propsicle doesn't win in this last race, he absolutely has to finish high or he is in trouble in regard to these final standings. So these positions matter. With that, when Propsicle taking a fourth, he's got to win or finish high here, or he runs a chance of landing in fourth place and missing out on almost 2,000 doll hairs.
Can we call, if it's a different winner, it goes down to whoever won the fastest?
Okay.
This is the last race, no matter what.
Awesome.
If one
This
of
one
those
is or the
wins-
next one is?
This one is.
This is
one of
the
those
last
two
race,
wins,
no matter what.
Hold on, let's get it right.
if one of those two wins, we're done normal rules, right?
Okay.
If Propsicle or
Yeah,
Hyper
yeah, yeah.
wins, if anyone else wins, we go down to the fastest time on whichever one they won. First, second, third, fourth. That makes sense?
Are we gonna just try
That
to
way we can finish this in
sneak
one race.
in, or no?
If you guys sneak one in, I will just be walking out. I'll shake your hands and just kind of.
All right, you got the brown
So just
paper
letting you
bag.
guys know
We're just
that.
like,
Like, is that
we
like?
don't know where he was.
Like I said, the race was done, and then
All right,
I
what are
just
we gonna
left
do?
out.
What are we
Let's try to get it done.
Let's try to get it done. Let's go. Let's go. What are we
Tell 'em
talking
the
about? Just don't
All right.
announce anything. Just say
It's-
we're going.
yeah, we're going. We're doing
You
it.
guys will visually see me leave.
We'll get it
I
done.
appreciate it, folks.
I haven't seen you for a few minutes. You got tied up.
There we go. See?
Hey, I love you, man.
Hey, you guys got it. So do your thing.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see.
Hyper or Propsicle want this win. But
If Hyper
it is
goes
not-
back like he did.
We've got light.
It is not for sure for either of them, because there are 4 pilots.
Yes.
I'm nervous. Let's read the chat, see what everybody's saying before this happens. Send it, Jake from AK Drones. That was insane. These are all ones that I've already seen. Heads Up says Hyper had the finish pull out at the end. Two Fly, why is Heads Up not there? Heads Up went to a global qualifier.
I think we'll be okay for the most part, but you will see me leave.
Two Fly thinks Hyper's gonna take the win.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Comer says, go get him, Jake Hammer.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're good. Pilots. Remember, if Hyper wins, we're done. Propsicle wins, we're done. Anyone else wins, we're girding them up. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. Ooh, okay. Sorry.
And start.
Arm your quads.
Yeah, hopefully. They can rewind. They gotta rewind. Yeah, watch the same guys before.
And they're off. Jake Hammer
Oh, man.
looks to take this. No,
Yeah,
actually,
Hyper with the whole shot.
Oh, Hyper
but he
gets
it wrong.
mid-aired. Jake Hammer took bobble as well. That's going to give Propsicle and Mondo a little breathing room.
Yeah, this is...
It's any
Wow.
man's race right now.
Yeah, Propsicle's
Mondo's
through
going
the
into the
dive
dive. 3 in the dive at the same time.
Yeah, so Propsicle, Jake Hammer, Hyper is the running order right now.
But they are neck and neck. That does not matter.
I can see the nerves in every one of these feeds. These pilots are absolutely reeling. Propsicle onto his final lap. Jake Hammer onto his final lap. Jake Hammer's pushing hard. He wants to try to get it. Propsicle knows he's got to win. Will it be? Hyper doesn't want to go down like this. Hyper now has pushed up into second place. Can he get it? Oh, man, we're seeing...
Propsicle has a bobble. That's
Yep.
going to give Hyper a really good chance at push.
Propsicle takes
Propsicle
it.
for the win! Ladies and
Hyper
gentlemen,
was
$2,500 is going to Propsicle. Your boy, he's getting all the money. Let's go. Everybody
Look
in the
at
race
that.
is getting money.
Oh, my goodness. How do I get to the other screen to show you guys the celebration going on? Just like that, we got it done within the civil twilight. So everything is good with the world. Man. All right. We're going to have to do some math to figure out the running order. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Propsicle Hyper. I'm not exactly sure about third place. I might need like Google Sheets to figure that out. So Yeah, anyone got a piece of paper? A pen and a piece of paper?
I see paper. I see.
All right, live stream. If you would just talk to the live stream about something
Well,
nonsense.
I'm going to keep the live stream happy and content. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Jake Third says, Terry A. What a race by Brian. Tom Rob's dad, he's in the chat. I bet.
Yeah, Sharpie works.
Tom thinks that Popsicle's going to buy AirPods with his twins. Popsicle's going to be AirPods are in order.
Did you create a new heat or just rerun the
I
same
just
one?
relaunched it.
Oh.
But I took pictures of it each time.
What a race. Man, that was intense. James is crunching numbers. He's trying to figure out who's going to be able to take that third spot. We do think it's going to be Popsicle in first place, Hyper in second. We're just trying to make sure so that we can get a podium picture that is accurate. What a race. Man, this was a fun race today. Beautiful weather. Didn't have a lot of wind. We didn't have a lot of dust. We had lights lighting up the whole field at the end. Had a whole crowd of people out here watching.
We got all thumbs up.
Hopefully, the crowd that was watching enjoyed it. I know it's hard to see from line of sight, but with a setup like this, it's pretty easy to get a good idea of what's going on.
In the second race.
Yeah.
But he didn't win that.
Yeah, so the running order is official. Propsicle takes the win. Hyper in second. Jake Hammer in third. And Mondo getting fourth against this field. I think every single one of those guys got to be pumped about this racing. Maybe not finishing where they want, but that racing was worth it. Well worth the cost of admission. And yeah, man. Where is Propsicle? Propsicle. Find your way.
Actually on Amazon ordering AirPods as we speak. The chat is going
He's got to get up here and talk to us.
Woo! Here's your winner, Propsicle, coming in fresh off of a win.
All right.
How do you feel, Propsicle?
Oh man, that was insane. That was some of the closest racing I've ever competed in. You know, I was trying to pull
That's
this
the only
together towards
camera.
the end. I knew Mason had an early mistake, but he was trying to.
I gotta stop talking for a minute.
I had a little mistake, but I managed to stay in it and somehow.
You did have a bobble. That made us all freak out a little bit towards the end there because Hyper was hot on your heels. You were able to maintain composure, push for the win. You have won how much money?
$2,500.
Woo! Is there a big check anywhere?
Right, yeah, I do have a big check.
Do we have a trophy? Cider guys. We got a trophy? Anything? That face says no.
He's got $2,500.
You can buy your own trophy.
He's got money trophies.
What an awesome race. Congratulations very much, Popsicle. I know you deserved it. There's been a lot of races that you come right to the very tooth and nail, and you just missed out on a couple of them. This not the case. You definitely took it for the win, and you deserved it. We're going to give those other pilots up here, give them a little spotlight. You'll get the $2,500 here in just a little bit.
Well, let's start with 8th place, actually, because we're paying all the way down to 8th place.
Not 8th, I mean 6th.
6th place.
Wait, it's money.
Okay, so 6th place was...
We do have Caden here. He's the winner of the intermediate bracket. He's taking home $250.
Oh, 6th place would be Herder, right?
1-0 there.
Sean, 6th place is Herder.
Still working at travel, I believe.
Hey.
Caden as well. 6th place gets money. That's crazy. You never go to a race where 6th place gets money.
Let's get this 6th place envelope.
That is true. There is definitely some races out there where you can get money. We can go to a lot where it's just for bragging rights. And it's really good to see these pilots getting this money because it's really hard to work out here. You guys spend a lot of money on these spots. They deserve it.
Potato is 6th place. Come up here and get your money, Potato.
Potato, come on up here. We're divvying out cash. If you guys want to bring the envelopes over here onto the screen so that the chat can see, we would like to dish them out this way. Come on over here, Potato. Potato, how do you feel about in 6th place and taking home some cash?
We're definitely going to be in 10th.
Absolutely. You're killing it out there. I'm glad to see that 6th place is getting a crispy $100 bill, biodegradable.
Bury it
So,
somewhere.
how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Pumped about this race. It was a fun one. Just had a great time hanging out with everyone.
Will you be here next year?
Oh, of course I will.
We'll be glad to have you.
And you got taken down by 5th in the world and 5th at the Steam Drone Race in Springfield, Illinois. Sean Ames, number 5. Bring it on in.
They're tired of hearing me.
James, your boy, straight from Moberly, Missouri, the team captain for Heart of America, 5th in the world and 5th in Illinois. How much money you got in that envelope, James?
$150, man.
150.
Yeah. I want to say about Potato, that was a wild heat that me and Potato had. I raced him for the first time in Detroit at a Freedom Spec event 2 months ago or so, and I'd never heard of Mr. Potato.
Right.
Well, Mr. Potato Head, but not Mr. Potato. And he beat me. He beat me there. He took the podium, and I was kind of a little bit like disappointed about it. And then he showed up at Freedom Spec Finals and destroyed everybody, and ended up in Pro Class, and that's when I started calling him Pro-Tato. And IO, he was ripping it up. He qualified way higher than me. And tonight, I thought there was no way I'd beat him, but I did. And anyway, props. I guess what I'm saying is props to Potato. That kid
absolutely.
is doing
You guys
incredible.
battled it to
And
the very
that
last
was one of my
moment.
favorite races of all time. So thank you guys. That's all.
That's going to be a fun one to give back place to another time.
All right. Yeah, I guess, yeah, we need a 4th place.
4th place.
Oh, man.
He doesn't want to say it, but it's your boy, Armando.
Your boy. Hey, you
How
got
much
an
money
envelope.
we got
What's
in
that
there,
say?
Armando?
I get $250 a day.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even plan on making a top 8, but today was a great day.
That's the old humble Mondo.
And then who did we calculate as 3rd?
3rd.
They're all down there. You want to go down?
Well, we have a camera here. Should we just do it down there? Or let's do it right there.
Yeah, get that.
We're going to put up a different camera and we're going to go out on the field to treat the podium winners in true fashion on the field that they won this money in.
We gave a 3rd place out. Huh? Oh, no, I got it here. It's like, that's for sports, right? Yeah.
Brian says, great racing, everyone, and great stream. Thank you very much, Brian. We appreciate it. It's a lot of hard work, but we hope to make it good for you guys.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's cool. And then you doubled up the wires so you have more.
Triple them up.
Yeah. Awesome.
After you quit mining, you know, you're already out here with the...
Yeah, I've got so many gigantic.
We have our road class. We have our sports class right here. 3rd place went to Gage Smasher, one of our Illinois pilots. Great job, $100. Round of applause. So the handsome guys, our main sponsors, if they're too busy. Okay, and then 2nd place we had V-Rad. He was our TQ, but Clyde boy laid down some good. Also a local pilot in Central Illinois. How much did you take home, V-Rad? How much did you take home? $150 second place. Then we got Aiden. Flyboy taking 1st place. $250. Congratulations. Thank you guys. Great flying. Look at our pro class 3rd place pilot, Jake the Hammer. $500, Jake. Well deserved. He fought hard for it. How do you feel?
I'm just really excited because people like crossing it, but I'm happy about it, you know.
I agree. I think that $500 was definitely worth your trip out here. Congratulations. Now we have 2nd place. We did not see it coming. Basement live and he in 2nd place. You can stay up here and take your picture. Hyper. He's been taking a lot of 1st place races, but let's go Hyper. Congratulations. What's that say on there? Congratulations. You deserved it. What excellent flying you did today. What do you think about the positioning that you got?
This morning, but we'll come back.
That's a true racer. I knew he wasn't going to be happy with that. All right, let's get to the final position. The champion of the Steam Drone Race, sponsored by Pro.
I'd obviously like to thank my sponsors and my parents. I really wouldn't be anywhere near where I am without them today. They support me so much. Yeah, just happy for a great final of great racing. It was absolutely insane. This is one of my first bigger wins, so I hope it's the first of many more.
Excellent way to wrap it up. I think there will be many more wins. We'll let you guys get some pictures with your bunny. I'll get out of the way. There's the podium, 1, 2, and 3. Now, thanks everybody for coming out and watching. Thanks everybody on the live stream. And thank you to the live stream sponsor, Hanson. Grow your own. Everybody have a great day.
You want them to just end it the way it is? Wrap it up the way it is? Huh? End it the way it is for him? Oh, yeah.
No
We're good.
slate or anything, just drop it offline?
Yeah, I was gonna just put it to the like wait screen and then send it off.